Hey guys, what's up? Lewin here at Garagebandandbeyond, and today we're doing something different, and we're on the tour bus with Jono Manson.
Hi everybody.
And I get lots of questions about where did I learn all this stuff about recording, and I can finally give you the real answer. This guy right here. Anyway, so Jono was a teacher of mine and Marty Schwartz's from GuitarJams.com.
Awesome website.
We love Guitar Jams. Hi, Marty.
Hi, Marty.
And so Jono just got done co-producing and engineering the new John Popper and the Duskray Troubadours album, and they're here in Pennsylvania. They're on tour, and we just had lunch, and I asked them to make me, this video, or make this video with me, and give you guys some pointers about. Yeah, I know. We edit. And to give me some, give you guys some pointers for home recording. If you're just getting started in the business, this is the guy you want to ask. So, you got any really helpful pointers?
Yeah, I mean, well, in general, I think for myself as a recording engineer, one of the if I had to point to one of my main skills or talents, it's over the years, it's been learning to make the most of what I've had to work with.
Yeah.
And especially and I started recording long before computers were involved, long before the digital age. But there is no right or wrong way to use the rig you've got, and really, even with just a small number of mics and a limited rig, you can, experiment and find the best combination of ways to use things. And depending on the size of the space you've got to work with, just we're talking about, hey, Josh, what mics do you use? Where was I? So, number one, experiment, especially if you're doing it at home. There's no clock running. There's no
budget.
Yeah, there are no budgetary constraints. So, there's no reason why you shouldn't just, experiment as much as possible. We're on the bus, folks. Anything can happen here. Other pointers that I would have, there are ways that there are tons, and I'm sure there's things you touch on all the time, but there are a lot of really inexpensive or completely no-cost ways to treat the sound in your recording environment. And again, this comes with experimentation. If you need liver surfaces or more sound damping in different parts of your room, to get rid of reflections, hanging, a boom mic stand with a towel draped over it, moved around the room, can all of a sudden change the whole sound of your environment. The other main tip that I would have to do less with recording than with mixing, and a few things are, obviously one of the real tricks is if you don't have an acoustically designed room, finding a way to really understand how what you're hearing in your mixing environment translates into the real world.
Right.
And that comes just with that comes with a lot of time. Taking the time to mix, do things, take your mixes out into the world, into other environments, and so that you really understand what you're hearing. You can figure out where to sit in the room so that you hear where the bass is real.
Yeah.
Because you'll have standing waves and things of that nature to contend with. But my main rule of mixing is one word: stop. Know when to stop doing it. Hey, look, here comes Aaron with his new guitar.
Aaron,
we're doing a video.
You turn the camera. You bought a guitar? Oh, you bought a little Stella. Yeah.
Look at that.
That thing's cool. Let's go. That's Aaron.
That's Aaron
the
yeah. Making a video for the internet.
Yeah. For the web. You're gonna be on the YouTube.
Interweb.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's my main word of advice is because sometimes people, especially when you're doing it in your own studio, you have all the time in the world, tend to mix the life out of things.
Yeah.
So it's know when to stop. Know when it's done, and move ahead. Especially younger artists and engineers have trouble letting go of something and moving forward. As you get older, as you've done more things, you learn. Well, first off, you start to realize how much little time you've got left. And so you don't want to waste time overworking something. I mean, all kidding aside. And so if you can, the quicker people can learn that lesson, like do it, don't overthink it.
Yeah.
And the same goes for overdubs, I mean, people, you get a guitar, a lot of times the first take you'll do of some guitar solo will be the one you should have kept. And some little buzz or something, will make you think you have to redo it a million times.
Yeah.
But really, the feeling was right the first time. And I think that's something that really, truly only comes with maturity and with learning how to do it. But the more you can keep those things in mind from the beginning, don't overthink, don't overdo, are like the main, apart from any technical advice that I could give based on what specific mic someone has or what have you. I mean, these are general concepts that apply in any situation.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, one thing you did talk about, and I get a lot of questions about this, was acoustic treatment, and you just saying hanging a towel over a boom stand. Is there anything else? I mean, I made a video recently about how to build the cheapest vocal booth on the planet, which is using a packing blanket,
right,
and just hanging it from the ceiling.
Sure,
works great if you're on a budget.
Yeah.
Any other?
I mean, all those things are those are tried and true tricks. I mean, if you don't have if you want if you don't have a reverb chamber, and you want to record an electric guitar overdub, try putting it in the bathtub.
Right.
I've made records where the killer guitar sound came from putting an amp in the bathtub with a SM57 on it, and then some kind of large diaphragm condenser mic rather, in the bathroom, 3 or 4 feet away from the amp, and just get the ambient sound of the bathroom. Figure out how to use the spaces you've got creatively, and if you're in a room that has bad ambient sound, I mean, I like ambient sound in the recordings I make. I like people listening to have a sense of the room. But if the room doesn't sound right and you're having reflections that you feel are interfering with what you're doing, then if you're singing into a vocal mic that hangs something just on the other side of the mic, so you're singing into something that'll absorb reflections and won't bounce around the room. Simple stuff like that.
So you're saying the blanket or whatever would be sort of in front of you.
In front of you, yeah.
See, my thing was behind me.
Yeah, well, that can work too.
Yeah.
I found that because your voice is going this way, the sound is projecting forward. A lot of times, what the reflections are actually bouncing back off the wall.
Right. That's why that's exactly what I said, and that's why I put mine behind it, to combat the back wall reflection.
Yeah. So I mean, again, it depends on how close you are to the walls and what kind of room.
Yeah.
And
proximity effect of your mic.
Exactly. So there's so many variables, but the main thing is just experiment until, if it sounds good, it is good.
Yeah. That's awesome, because I talk about experimenting all the time. So this guy,
I confirm, he's right.
All right. Well, I think that's good. Definitely check out the album that Jono just recorded, John Popper and Duskray Troubadours. Does the album have a name?
That's it. Just John Popper and the Duskray Troubadours.
There you go. Yeah. So definitely check that out online. Certainly worth buying. You're gonna love it. I've been listening to it a ton. It's a great thing. So that's it. Thanks, guys. I'll see you very soon. All right.
See you sometime. Bye.